Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TTTV channel. Bad timings. I'm trying to load up the stream, so do bear with me a sec, guys. This is not loading. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I will load up the stream now. I do apologise, guys. I will get back onto the stream in a minute. I'm just trying to make sure I've got that loaded up so you guys can see it live and exclusive. If not, so bear with me a sec, guys. I will do the live stuff in a minute. So, who's the first one out? Bishi, Old Man Barry, or Siege? I'm going to go with Old Man Barry. So Old Man Barry's going to do his actual one. Season 4. Right, unfortunately I can't get the stream loaded up, but good evening to everyone else joining the session, guys. I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I will be doing, is Oman Barry Lane some of the drivers through? I think that might be Siege. Yeah, Siege. Right, this is going to be an absolutely belter of a race tonight because there's going to be so much action going on from all the drivers tonight. However, there's going to be a manic end of season. We've got yellow flag sector 3. We've got mad sections on this race tonight because this is the last ever race, or the last ever race of the season of the TTFL Racing League. But there's so many situations with the drivers and stuff tonight, so I hope there's going to be some action going on. But I'm going to watch Siege doing his lap in now. So what can Siege do? On the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, we're coming up to the first corner now, then coming up to the second corner. We've got yellow flag sector 3. Yellow flag sector 3 now, then coming up to turn 3, then coming up to turn 4 now. Then coming to the end of the first sector now. We've done an 18.1. Yellow flag sector 3 again. Coming up to turn 5, then 6, then coming up to turn 7 at the hairpin now. And then the longest straight you could ever believe in that one, sunshines on that one. But I will talk about the practice stuff just a few minutes ago. I just want to see this qualifying lap from Siege, and then I'll talk about the standings of the practice from tonight. So what Siege is doing is passing it into turn 8, then coming up to turn 9 now, then coming up to the second DRS straight now. This is the part where it needs to be absolutely spot on here now. I believe he's not doing his fastest lap, but I'm still going to do the qualifying lap as what we see anyway. So turn 11, then turn 12, then coming up to turn 13 now. Then coming up to turn 14. Turn 13, which is just past there, that's the most awkwardest corner because you could get penalties, corner cut penalties left, right and centre. Then coming up to 17 now, then coming up to turn 18 now. Then coming up to, which is under the bridge, then coming up to turn 19 now. Then coming up to turn 20. Then coming up to turn 21. So Siege will be doing his actual proper lapping. Bish has done a 1:35 flat on the Hypersoft tyre, so that's cracking time. And that is what you get with the qualifying time, qualifying lap. But Siege has done a 1:39 flat on the Supersofts. Tronchis, if that's how you pronounce it, sorry. You got did a 137.7. Charlie did a 137.3. Oh man, Barry's done a 137.2 on the ultra soft tyre, so that's a good time to be fair. Now, I'm going to do this very quickly because some of the guys are already on their laps now. So what can Badger do? I think this is normal Badger. Is this normal Badger? Yeah, I think this is normal Badger. Normal Badger's done a 137.2 on the super soft tyre. Recon, who did not make it last week, he does return back and he moves up to second with a 137.2 on the hyper soft tyre. But Bishy's on the one to look out for tonight, to be fair. Now, I'm just going to say this really quickly now. The practice times, to be fair, Sinclair did a 134.9 on the Hypersoft tyre on the practice. So, but that's what the practices does, guys. It's more of race pace. So if Sinclair can do 134s on the Hypersofts, that is a really impressive time, to be fair. Matching, even beating Bishy's time, if you can try and match it as well. We've got yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3 now. So what can Pang do? Pang is doing his lap in now. S. Graham 1980, what can he do now? But Siege did a 136.4, but he did it on the ultra soft tyre. However, Siege, as we was watching earlier, he did a 139 earlier, but now he's moved up to second with a 135.5 on the super softs. On the super softs, that's a cracking time. To be fair, with the super soft tyre, if you can match what he's doing, I expect 134s on the ultras and then 133s on the hypersofts. That's what I'm expecting. Based on what Siege has done, I would have thought 137s has done a decent time, to be fair. But to be honest, looking at that now, still needs a hell of a lot. But Trondris did a 137.7. S. Graham did a 137.4 on the hypersoft, so he needs to try and get 4 seconds from somewhere to try and bounce back ability on this. But what can Pang do? Someone moved up. Alan Kay did a 137.8 on 9th place. Mays did a 136.4 on the hypersofts on the practice earlier. So that's still a good time, to be fair. That's still a good time. Charlie did a 137.3 on the ultra softs. Alan Kay did a 137.7 on the ultra softs, and Pang did a 138 on the ultra softs. I don't know whether that will need to try and sort out as quickly as possible. But what you're going to see, guys, there's so many action going on with the driver situations here. Because ever since I've joined the commentary box for TTFL, which I do appreciate, guys, and I do like to thank Maze, everyone else at TTG for giving me the opportunity to do the commentary stuff for the Friday nights. And I tell you what, the guys are absolutely, fantastic stuff. Anyway, you got Pang, who just moved up to third with a 136.1 on the ultra softs. But like I said, ever since I joined, Sinclair was way behind Siege. Siege was way first in the last 1 or 2 races. Sinclair's moved up to first with 151 points. Siege is in second with 143. Honey Badger is in third with 129 points. Recon's in fourth with 108 points. Now, that's one line of the battle going on. But as you go down the grid here, between 8th and possibly 10th, between 8th and 14th, there's only 4 points between those two, between 8th and 14th drivers. That is just madness stuff, absolutely madness. Sinclair's the one to watch. Sinclair's the one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I will try and find out the so, like I say, good evening to Maze. I've just got the chat grid up now. What can Sinclair do? Sinclair needs to get a good time to match up to what Siege is doing. He's in the hypersoft tyre, so he needs to try and get to 133s. Boom! 133.5. What a lap from Sinclair! What a lap! Brilliant, brilliant lap. Yeah, Maze said it. Oh. I've just been told from the weather crew. That it's going to be a dry race tonight. We're under 9 minutes left of the TTFL Racing League tonight. On the Exmer, this is who are fighting for the championship. Sinclair Siege is definitely the 2 drivers to watch tonight for the drivers' championship. Honey Badger. Like I said, if he was here, unless that's Badger 71, I might be wrong. But if Honey Badger was here, he would have had to win the race and help Sinclair and Siege have a DNF, which is very much doubted on this. But what can Bishy do? Bishy did a 135 flat to get pole on the Hypersoft tyre. So he's going to try and build his lap in now, and he's going to try and do his fastest ever lap. He needs to get to the 133s compared to what between Sinclair and Siege's time. I think Sinclair and Siege are just like a complete different drivers compared to what the drivers are doing. Look at that 136, 137, and then the guys just like separate because of the tyre wear situations here. But what can Bishy do? Bishy needs to be the one to watch out for. Yeah, so Recon could get third if he gets pole if he wins the race tonight. So Recon could move up to third if he wins the race tonight. Sinclair, well, Siege needs to get 9 points or more to beat Sinclair tonight. At the moment, it's an 8-point gap with the Drivers' Championship at the top. So, Siege and Sinclair are battling for the championship, and it's going to be but anyone could happen here tonight, because if Bishy wants to join in and spoil the party here, he's absolutely doing that spot on here. Sinclair's on pole at the minute, and he's doing a fantastic job. We've got 7 minutes left of the qualifying of the TTFL Racing League. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you like, subscribe, and do the usual shizzle on that one. So, like I said, like what some of the guys were saying last week, Sinclair only needs to get second. Now the point situations, it's the same as the real life F1. So, like I said, first is 25 points, second is 18 points, then third is 15 points, fourth is 12 points. Bishy's 5/10 slower, so he's not happy with that time whatsoever here. But what can Siege do? Siege is on the ultra soft tyre now. Is he doing his lap? Yes, he is. He's doing his lap in now. Good evening too. May says, you do a great job, Malk. Thank you. No worries. Recon says, I did a test lap backed off last sector. I'm 0.8 seconds faster than Bishy in second sector. That is quite interesting stats. Here. Good evening to Martin Underwood. He says, pity Honey Badger didn't show. Top 4 battling out. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh, Siege, what's happened to him? He must have let one of the he must have let one of the Force India cars through, which is Uzi, but not that goozy. Maximus has moved up to 10th now with 137.3. There's so many battles going on. Charlie did 137 flat. Tronos did 136.5. Pang is done 136.1. Siege is done 35.5. But I want to try and watch him again. He'll be the one to watch as well, because I'm actually. What is Uzi doing? Uzi's going to try and do his actual lapping now. Like I said, Martin Underwood says said that to my mate earlier today. Recon says Siege and Sinclair battling for the championship. Sinclair just needs second. Yeah, so the maximum that Siege can get is 25 points, which is 168 points. Yeah, so you are right, Martin. So second place is all that Sinclair needs, but it just depends on if Siege can try and beat Sinclair on the day, on the race, on the last ever race of the TTFL for this season. Cracking season 4, to be fair. Cracking season 4. But like I said, this is going to be an absolutely epic battle here. I'm still watching Uzi, but not that goozy. 4 minutes 30 left. Is there going to be a shock tonight? Do you think there'll be a shock, guys? Do you think there'll be a shock tonight? To me, I'm just wanting to see if Siege can try and get a good time on the Ultra Softs. At the moment, he's got a good time, to be fair, on the Super Softs, so he can try and do Super Softs and then Ultra Softs to do the one stop. I think the tyre wear situation is definitely Super Softs to Ultra Softs, I think, or maybe 2 stop, depending on the tyre wear, tyre deck. But 17.3 from Uzi. Did 58 seconds there. To see what can Uzi do on his lap here. Martin says, I told my mate earlier today that Honey Badger would need to win and Sinclair Siege would need to DNF. Yeah, spot on. As I just said earlier, if Badger, like I said, if Honey Badger would need to win and Sinclair and Siege has had a struggling. Oh, Honey Badger's joined! Honey Badger has joined the session. Plaster has retired from the session. So something must happen on Sector 3. Something must happen on Sector 3 now. Unless Plaster was in the pits and retired in there. But if Honey Badger's just joined now, he's going to have a massive task to get right up to first place and get Sinclair and Siege to win the Drivers' Championship. That is a massive, massive ask, to be honest. Massive, massive ask. But like I said, if Recon's in 8th at the minute, if he can try and win the race, which at the moment he's struggling with the Hypersoft with 137.2. So 2 minutes 38 left. I mean, I'm going to have to call you Martin Kravitz now, with all the statmans now, if you don't mind. See, yellow flag set to 1. Yellow flag set to 1 now, so this is going to be interesting stuff here. Lastminute.coms for everyone here. Maze the Force in 4th place. Be with him in Hypersoft with a 135.9. That is still a good time, to be fair, but compared to what Sinclair's doing on the Hypersofts, he needs to find 2 seconds. He needs to find 2 seconds out of somewhere. But it's going to be manic ending. It's going to be a manic finish. But before I do that quickly, before we get to do the last minute stuff here. So I'm just watching Graham doing his lapping now. Charlie, Bishy, Alan K, 26 points. All of them. Gennaro, Maximus, Old Man, 24 points each. Plaster, 22. And like I said, it's going to be an absolute manic between 8th and 14th. And it's going to be a manic for me to try and do all the calculation stuff for all the guys here. So it's going to be manic stuff. I'll try and do the stats during that one here. But what can Trunchus has moved up to 8th with a 136.5. But what can Graham do? Graham's moved up to 6th with a 136.3. Good time, to be fair. That's a massive, massive time. But I'm worried about... I want to see if Siege can try and beat Sinclair's time. Sinclair's doing his lapping. Sinclair's doing his lapping now. So we've got 55 seconds left. 55 seconds left. This is going to be one hell of a race for the Drivers' Championship. And also, not only that, but for the mid-table as well. There's so much battle going on. I will mention about the situations here of the constructors as well. But... what I do in my streams, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I do. Trollus has left, Bishy's moved up, so Pang's moved up. Here's the countdown. The time is up on the TTFL qualifying stuff, but what can Sinclair do? He did a slow lap, and did a 134.1, but what can Bishy do? Is Bishy closer? Is Siege closer? Siege is coming up. He's on the old soft tyres. Martin says, what happens if there's a tie in the championship? I believe Sinclair would have the biggest advantage because he has won 4 races in a row, so he would have the massive advantage based on the wins, countbacks, I believe. Anyway, so what can Siege do? What can Siege do on 4th place? So some of the drivers have already crossed over the line. Maze has dropped down to 5th. Badger, normal Badger's in 6th, but Honey Badger's just got into the qualifying, so he would have to start the back tonight in the TTFL Racing League tonight. But what can Siege do? Siege needs to get something. He's got 6 seconds left to try and cross over that line, to try and get closer to Sinclair's time, to try and move up to 2nd. Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Oh, he's going to the pits, but what can Bishy do? Rico's moved up to 2nd with a 134.3. Siege retires. What can Bishy do? Bishy's the only one that's closest in the battle for the top 3. What can he do? A 135.088. Oh, he's 300 slower. 300 slower on his time. And I tell you what, I thought there was going to be a manic ending to this race. And count back, yeah, it'll be by count back, I believe. So it'll be the 4 wins that Sinclair did earlier on in during this season, to be fair. Let me just double check before I make a mistake. Just have to wait and see what happens here now. So bear with me a sec, guys, sorry. Siege has won 1 race. Sinclair's won 4 races this season. Honey's won 2 races. Here are your short qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the TTFL Racing League. You got Sinclair in first, Recon in second, Bishi in third, Pang in fourth, Siege is in fifth, Mays in sixth, Badger, Normal Badger in seventh, S. Graham, the Flying Scotsman in eighth, Alan Kay, the Special K in ninth, and Maximus in 10th, Tronus in 11th, Charlie in 12th, Old Man Barry in 13th, Uzi but not that Goosey in 14th, and Plaster has not done a time in 15th, same with Uzi. But also Honey Badger will be down in 16th place because he's literally just joined at the lastminute.com situations. Yeah, Recon did Ultrasofts and second, bear that in mind. So just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. If you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, make sure you like, subscribe. I do the other commentary for other leagues as well, but like I said, I do the TTFL for the Fridays as well, but I do the other leagues on some of the days as well. So if you want to keep following me and stuff, it's up to you guys. But like I said, I'd like to thank Maze for giving me the opportunity, and also Andy for giving me putting my name forward as well, just to expand my commentary career, shall we say. But and it's been an absolute pleasure to do the TTFL Racing League for the Friday nights. I believe there's also going to be some, if I count back, there's going to be a Challenge Cup next week, and then the following week it'll be the Classic Cup, if I'm correct on that one. So there'll be a Challenge Cup next week with 3 races of Baku, Monaco and Singapore, and then the 2 weeks Friday, so not next week but the week after, we will have the Classic Cup, which is at the Australia Grand Prix with the Brawn GP Classic car at the Australian Grand Prix as well. So that's going to be a fantastic stuff for the guys here as well. If you've got any questions, queries, send them in. I'll try and help as best as I can. What do you think's going to happen? Send us your comments. What do you think's going to happen tonight? Do you think Sinclair would clinch the Drivers' Championship tonight? All he needs to get is second place. That's all he needs to do, is get second place. Siege is having a massive task tonight, just to get that title tonight. Siege needs to win to stand any chance. Yeah. If Siege wins, but if Sinclair gets second, that's it. Sinclair wins it by 1 point. It's going to be manic stuff here, absolutely manic stuff. But like I said, Recon's done very well, to be fair, with Ultrasofts and getting second place as well. So I do apologise, Recon, if I didn't get that catched up quickly. But that's a cracking time, to be fair, on the Ultrasofts. I did say 134s for the Ultras, based on Sinclair's time of 1 minute 33s, and then the Siege time with a 135 flat. So it's going to be nervy, manic stuff here. Absolutely manic stuff here. But like I said, Honey Badger, if he gets a 0 points, well, Recon needs to win to get into third, to get into the top 3. Martin says, my mate reckons Bishi, my money's on Sinclair. Ooh, I should be about 6-1 on for Sinclair. Siege 4-1 to win the Drivers' Championship now, based on the situation there. If I was a betting man, I'd probably lose now because of what happened there. But like I said, let's hope that was a cracker one. We've got 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go. Who's got the goodest start? Great start by Sinclair. Recon's trying to do everything possible. One of the Mercedes at the back. There's a little bit of contact at the back of the grid there. There's a 3 in the bed at the back. Oh, the Force India just gone wide there. One of the Force India's just gone wide. Pang is dropped. Pang is dropped. Something must happen during that stint there. Oh my God, we've got 2 cars at the back there, but from the Force India there. Uzi and old man Barry there. Must have been, but this is going to be a frantic start here. Sinclair needs to pull away quickly, but Bishy wants to try and get... Siege has got a massive boost there. He went from 5th to 3rd, and now Bishy moves up to 4th. Bishy moves up to 3rd. I was going to say Mushy P. Bishy P on that one. I don't know what I'm saying next because I'm a mad commentator on this one. But like I said, Mays. Oh, it's Recon. What can Recon do? Recon tries to get into Sinclair. This is going to be one hell of a race tonight. This is going to be an absolute belter. And I know these guys are going to give me a massive heart attack moment here. We're probably 2 in the beds, 3 in the beds, 4 in the beds. It's going to be manic to get 4 in the beds. Oman Barry's dropped down to 16. Maximus dropped down to 13. So something must happen there at the back of the grid. Oh my God, we've got a massive situation here. I'll probably do some situations with the track as well. Oh! There was a bit of shove there from Pang and Maximus there. Oman Barry's retired from the session. Oman Barry's retired from the session there, but there was a massive Pang with a bang moment there between him and Maximus. So he's going to go back into the pits. So Badger's going to be closer to Maze. No. Siege. The timings are not updated quickly enough. Honey Badger moves up to 8th. Yeah, Honey Badger's moved to 8th. That's a great start from Honey Badger. Massive, massive start from Honey Badger. So he could be the one to watch now. So at this stand, as things stand, Honey Badger will still confirm 3rd. 8 points, 4 points. So he would have 133 points if it stays like this. And I know for a fact he ain't going to be like this. It ain't going to be like this, and I'll guarantee you that. The timing screens are a bit off at the minute, so hopefully when the next lap comes in, we will get a proper reading. So we've got a couple of battles going on Recon. Oh, the timing's not updating quickly. But yeah, Honey Badger's done a massive, brilliant job, to be fair. Yeah, Mods Honey Badger up to 8th. What a move from Honey Badger. He'll be like the massive... It's just like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and he does it with ease on that one. To be fair, he's gone through past some of the drivers there. And, S. Graham, who moves... Let me just check the... Old Man Barry's left the session. S. Graham started in 8th place. Badger started from 16th, obviously. Sinclair's got the fastest lap, 138.5. I think Recon could have the opportunity here to do the 1-stop here. I'm a bit worried about the Hypersoft tyres, to be fair. But would Maze have the force in him from the Star Wars situation here? He says, Maze, have you got 5th place in you on that one, sunshine? That's it. But what can he do? I'm going to look at the back of the grid in a minute. Oh, Maze nearly went the back of the car there. There's so much battles going on left, right, centre. We've got Maze and Graham. 5th and 6th as we're watching now. We got Trojas, I believe is a newcomer. Oh, Trojas drops down. Oh, this could be a belter of a 3-way battle here. Honey Badger's dropped down to the 9th, but he could have the DRS. Oh, Charlie. We could have a 3. We could have a 3. Mace has moved up to 5th. We could have a 3 in the bed. No, we guarantee 2 in the bed. 2 in the bed. What a move. We don't know what's happening. Oh, what a move. But Honey Badger's dropped. Has he dropped again? No. No, Charlie's still in 8th. Oh, this is a great battle. Oh my God. Oh, Honey Badger just lost a bit of his debris to Charlie. He's lost a bit of his debris to Charlie because Charlie had to brake because the Trojans in front of him had to stop ahead. Madness times here. And there's a 4-car bar at the back here. 4-car bar. Plaster, what can he do? Sinclair's got the fastest lap of 138.5 on the Hypersoft tyre. He needs to pull away from Recon if he wants to get that first place tonight. He needs to pull away quickly, but Uzi, but another Uzi. Honey Badger pits. Honey Badger has pitted because of the debris, which I was not surprised, to be fair. I thought he would have carried on, but I think if he carried on, he would have lost so much time to the drivers ahead, so he needs to try and pull away. Paul, brilliant qualifying laps, left, right and centre here. But brilliant times from everyone, brilliant driving from everyone. We're on lap 428 of the TTFL Racing League itself tonight. I will go for the top stuff in a minute, but... oh, what's happened here? Charlie trying to close in on Trojan now. Forget Trojan, for like the virus stuff. He's in 8th at the minute, but Charlie tries to do everything possible to try and get past him on 8th. 2 in the bed. What a move! Oh, respect! Oh, a little bit of contact, but oh, a little bit of contact at the back of the wheel there. Trojan and Charlie side by side, 2 in the bed. Oh no! But Charlie wants to try and get ahead quickly. And he doesn't. Maximus, oh my god, we've got 4-car battle. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Oh, what can you do if you're being cute? Oh, Maximus, maximum power, what a move. Oh, Badger moves up as well to 6. Something happened with Graham. But Maximus, what a move from Maximus. Oh, brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Oh my god, what a race tonight. We're only on lap 5, Graham. Oh, Graham's gone wide. Oh no. Who's had the damage? Is that... yeah. Esco's got a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding pit lane. He just went back on the track and stopped. But the car behind of was it Maximus? Yeah, Maximus. He's lost so much debris on the left-hand side as well. Well, a little bit of debris on the left-hand side, but he will lose out so much time on here. But Charlie has got another chance to try and get on Trojas now. Or Tronis now, if that's how you pronounce it. And we'll do a bit of the updated standings here on lap 7, possibly. See where everyone is now. Sinclair. What happened to him? Jonas has made a massive mistake, must be. I was trying to look at the standings and stuff, but what can Honey Badger do? Honey Badger, what a move! But Pang's still holding on for 12th. But Honey Badger needs to bounce back here. You got yellow flags there, so he made a massive crash there, Trotus. But Honey Badger moves up to 11th now. So he's on charge here to try and get back into the points stuff now. But like I said, Recon needs to win the race. Recon needs to win the race. And Honey Badger to get 9th, 10th to move up to 3rd. However, looking at the situations here, I'll just get a pre-warning stuff anyway. So, 141. So, still, situations here with a little bit of gaps because some of the drivers have already pitted now. So, Maximus and Mays have both pitted now. So, they're both being pitted now. So, what do you think, guys? Do you think there'll be a shock? Do you think Sinclair would guarantee to win? Or do you think Siege or Recon would try and spoil the party here? Bishy's got a chance, but he's on the Hypersofts, same with Sinclair. So, with the Hypersofts, normally they last about 10 laps, I think. But because they've done the qualifying laps as well, bear in mind, just add 2 laps on top of the drivers who have not pitted yet. So the top 8 have not pitted yet, so add 2 laps on top of the tyre wear that they've got now. That's their situations. Some of them may have done 2 more laps, more. It's a lap more than everything like that. But we've got Plaster and Alan Kay, the two Ferrari teammates. Will there be team orders here tonight? Would Alan Kay let Plaster through, or would they just fight it? They don't want to fight too much because they need to try and get some points in for the constructors. I will mention the constructors in a minute as well, but like I said, this is going to be a frantic start here at lap 7. Plaster's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. Plaster. I'm not going to set injury lawyers for him on that one, but he's going to try and, you know, bandage his way to try and get back up to, you know, to try and get past into 7th, passing his teammate of Alan Kay, the Special K moment here, the Kellogg Special K. Can you imagine if he got Special K, Kellogg's Alan Kay bars? Just have to wait and see what happens there. What can Plaster do? Can Plaster try and get past his teammate here? That's the only closest battle we've got on track at the moment here. He's got to be on the DRS straight now. I'm just trying to do the stand-ins as we speak. Sinclair would have 25. Siege is in 4th, would have 12. Honey Badger is in 1 point. Recon is 108. So, still closest battle here with Plaster and Alan Kay. Recon second. So, you could have 176. Sinclair pits. Sinclair's pitted. We've got Maximus closing on Uzi for 12th place here, as well as Alan Kay and Plaster in 7th and 8th respectively. But where's Sinclair? Where's Sinclair going to be dropped off? Are they going to be in between this battle here of the Ferraris? Where's Sinclair? Is Sinclair already out? Yeah, Sinclair's already... Yeah, it's going to be massively past the Ferraris. But where's Badger? Passing normal Badger for 4th place, so he's on the Ultras. Could the Ultras last 20 laps? Massive ask, to be fair. Massive ask. But anything could happen. Anything could happen tonight. Unless you got a good tyre wear situation. But Maximus has got a chance to get past Uzi. And he moves up to 12th. Moves up to 12th. That's a good move there from Maximus. After he pulled off one of the moves of the race there. Maximus. Definitely risking it for a biscuit there. Like I said, the Uzi's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. The two Ferrari drivers are stuck behind it, like battling out, but they don't want to battle too hard here because they will lose out big time. Maximus has got holding on for 12. Uzi's holding on, well, trying to get past from 13th to 12th, respectively here. What can Uzi do? Uzi's got the DRS. Recon, Bishy, they've both pitted now. I'm surprised with Recon. I am very surprised with Recon. I thought the Ultras would last that long. But Maximus holds on for 12. Uzi did go ahead, passing it, but Alan Kay has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. Are they going to let the... Oh! With blind spots here. But Alan Kay holds on for 7th. The two drivers are fighting out on track here for the point situations. Charlie, Recon, Charlie, Recon. Recon, Charlie. Recon get past Charlie. Charlie saying, I'm not racing you tonight. Will he try and get past Badger? Now, will he try and get past Badger for 3rd? He's got to have to make the move now. He's got to make the move. Badger's made a mistake. Oh, what a move. Oh, what a move from Recon. Mays just get past one of the Ferraris in 8th place. Now he's going to have a challenge. Badger, is he got a chance? No. Would Mace try to close in on Alan Kay? Recon's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all, ladies and gentlemen. Masses of situations here with the drivers. Situations here. Mace. Oh my God, Mace. Mace! What a move! From just the outside of one of the Ferraris. Brilliant move. Absolutely brilliant from Mace. Sinclair's got the fastest lap of 1:37.7. Oh, this could be a belter of a race, and it's absolutely a classic to recap on tonight. Absolutely madness stuff here. Bishy has got a chance to try and close in on Charlie for 5th place. Just trying to see what happens here now. Badger moves up to 9th because Plaster's gone into the pits. Oh! Bishy knows he's quicker on track. Tries to go around the outside of Charlie. Charlie needs to have that golden ticket to get back into 4th. Oh! What has happened there? That might be a bit of desync issue. I don't think Charlie would do that, to be fair. I don't think Charlie would ever do that, like stop in front of Bishy, because Bishy would have lost so much time on the front wing, and he's moved up to 4th with 2 moves within 1. So, what a moves from Bishy. So Bishy's on fire at the minute with the super softs. Try and battle his way into the top half as quickly as possible. I will try and get through some of the point situations here as quickly as possible. But like I said, I forgot to do this at the start, so I do apologise to the guys at the TTFL Racing League. TTTV and TTFL is brought to you by Weak Wi-Fi Solutions, the place to go for all your internet issues. Who will take the drive of the day away tonight and who will win the A-Logo Fastest Lap Award. Don't forget to check them out for any graphic and thumbnail requirements. And also... And who will win the A-Logo Fastest Lap? 1906. I believe Plaster has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Badger and Alan Kay. Plaster's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sinclair for the lead. He made the move. Handy Badger's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Absolutely insane stuff here. Siege moves up, drops down to 2nd now. Sinclair moves up to back into 1st. Massive advantage here. Siege needs to get 1st. Whatever happens, he needs to get 1st. And Sinclair to make a massive mistake tonight. At the moment, I can't see Sinclair losing this tonight. I cannot see this happening. Bear in mind, it's only lap 11 or 28 of the TTFL Racing League. Siege is on 10 laps of the Super Softs. So he needs to try and do something out of it. We've got a couple of battles going on here. We've got a 3-car battle here between Uzi, Graham and Plaster for 12, 13, 14 respectively here. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, Sinclair was on the fastest lap, but we got 2 in the bed. Not anymore. Graham moves up back into 12th. What a move. What can the Ferrari do with Plaster? Plaster already pitted a lap ago. But Graham will be a sitting duck here against Uzi. Watching it from Uzi's point of view. Can he try and get past Graham now for 12? Bounce back ability here. Oh, that could have been nasty stuff there, but 2 in the bed. 2 in the bed. What a move. Oh, Devry. Oh, absolute. Yeah, he's lost a bit of debris there. I believe Uzi has lost a bit of his debris there. Massive. Hopefully that doesn't compromise too much here. Oh no! Graham lost the car, and because of that, I don't know if Uzi has lost a bit of his front wing. He looks like he's still carrying on. Oh no, he's definitely lost a bit of his front wing. Yeah, he's going to go back into the pits. I don't blame him for that one, but he'll be absolutely livid. He'll be absolutely livid with that. And Graham has pitted. Graham's got another 5. I think he's got a 5-second stop penalty for speed in the pit lane. Graham has left the session. He's absolutely furious. And Uzi has retired from the session as well. Recon's got a chance to try and close in on Siege now. This could be an opportunity of a lifetime here. Recon, what can he do? He needs to get inside! No! No! What a move! What a move! Brilliant move! Oh, fantastic move from Recon. Absolutely brilliant from Recon. Absolutely brilliant stuff. What a move from Recon. I know he's on the fastest tyre wear. Bear in mind, Siege, he's going long here. He's going to do the one stop. Sinclair will have to do the two stop. He's going to have to do the two stop unless the ultra softs last long. I doubt that very much. I doubt that the ultra softs will last 20 laps, guys. Bear in mind, 20 laps on there, no chance. But what a move! What a move from Recon. Maximus did a maximum brilliant move there. Now, and Honey Badger's gone right back into the top 6 now. So in this situation here now, Honey Badger in 6th would have 137 points at the moment. Recon would have 126. So Recon will still be saving in 4th place. Regarding the bottom of the grid, I said earlier on in the race, but this is going to be a frantic stuff here. I can't. I'm speechless here. We're not even halfway here. We're near the halfway marker, but absolutely brilliant driving. Charlie's doing his already pitted earlier. Already pitted just for their tyre wear situation. But like I said, it's everything's played for. Sinclair are guaranteed to win the Drivers' Championship at the moment here for the TTFL Racing League tonight. He will guarantee to win the Drivers' Championship unless he makes a massive mistake. All he needs to do is finish second. Sinclair needs to finish second, wherever happens. If he finishes third, he just hopes that Siege does not, and I repeat, does not get first, because Siege would win the Drivers' Championship. I've never come across a driver who's won many races and not won the Drivers' Championship. Badger's got a 3-second, normal Badger's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. We got Maximus and Pang trying to close in for 9th place. Can Pang... I thought Pang was going to go back into the pits there for a moment there, but Pang has got a chance here. So hold on. Maximus needs to get that maximum power from somewhere, from the Haas car. Needs something to try and get past Pang for 9th place. Or Pang for 9th place. Maximus! Maximus! Oh, I thought he had a chance there. Pang is struggling. To be fair, he's on 12 laps of the Super Softs. Same, Siege has done 13 laps of the Super Softs. And he's still going for the third. He is dropping time, to be fair, between himself and Sinclair. He needs to try and bounce back ability here. But what can Maximus do? Can he get on the outside? What a move! Contact, and he makes a move. But Pang may bounce back here. He may bounce back here. Want to see his opportunity here. What can Pang do? Pang. Big. What a move. What a move. Brilliant move from Pang. Just to reclaim back into 9th place on this TTFL Racing League itself. If you enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen, send some questions. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Sinclair would guarantee to win the Drivers' Championship? Or would Siege win it tonight? Or do you think there'll be a shock at some point tonight? Would there be a shock in the race tonight? Regarding the constructors, which I forgot to mention earlier on, the Renault is in the lead with 215 points before tonight's race. Sauber's in second with 177 points. So, as things stand, it could be 24, 15, 12, 37. Oh! Maximus has retired! Oh, Maximus has crashed! Maximus has crashed out of the TTFL Racing League. He must have hit the wall. Bishy's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. Honey Badger's going to try and close in on Maze. This could compromise the Constructors' Championship here. At the moment, Sauber has got 37 points. The Sauber team have got 37 points. So, 214. Whatever happens, Bishy needs to try and get to second quickly. Siege is pitting. Siege is pitting, which I believe would be the Ultrasofts. He's going to have to go for the Ultrasofts. So Bishy moves to third. So, as things stand, Sauber would win the Constructors' Championship. Obviously, I know Siege has just gone into the pits. But I'm just saying, if it stays like this, Plaster's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. Where's Siege? What's Siege? Oh no! Oh no, Siege is stuck in the pits! Oh, Siege! No! 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 Siege has caught up with the pit glitch tonight. He was one of the drivers who did not want that tonight, especially on this situation with the drivers and the constructors now. So as things stand, the Sauber team 40 points. As things stand, the Sauber team. No, I tell a lie. The Renault team will still be ahead at the moment, but depends on what Honey Badger is going to try and spoil that constructors' party here. We've got Honey Badger's done a magnificent drive. To be fair, Sinclair, Honey Badger, Recon, they've done a magnificent drives ever since they joined in the league. Charlie's done a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. What can Honey Badger do? Can he try and spoil the party of the Renault team? As things stand. So if it stays like this, Renault in fourth. Oh, Maze! Oh! Honey Badger just had to brake late, hit the back of Maze. I don't know if he's going to get his front wing fixed. Yeah, his front wing is going to get fixed. Sometimes the front wing doesn't get fixed if it gets hit at the back. Oh, don't tell me it's going to be a pit glitch. Oh no. Oh no. The Renault team are absolutely livid with their team. Because Siege had the pit glitch, now Maze has got the pit glitch as well. Unfortunately now, the Renault team will lose out on the, actually at 40 points. If Sinclair and Bishy were stayed in first and third, they would win it with constructors by 2 points. But what can Plaster do on his teammate, on Alan Kay, to hold on for 7th here? Alan Kay, he needs to do everything possible. Honey Badger benefits, yeah. Honey Badger is definitely benefit this, to be fair. So Honey Badger will be doing everything possible here. Plaster doing closing on Alan Kay. Honey Badger's got 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Maze would be absolutely livid. Siege would be absolutely livid. Honey Badger's already had that 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. Maze is just retouring back into the group to see if he can try and get back into the race here. Are they still there? Yeah. They can't get out of the grid. So yeah, just trying to see what happens here. The McLaren, 4th and 6th, 20 points. So they would have 189 points if it stays like this. So the McLaren would have 189 points if it stays like this with 4th and 6th respectively. But I don't think they'll try and do that. They'll try and do everything possible to close in on those. See Sinclair pitted for the ultra soft tyre, so he's going all the way. Mays has left the session. He'll be absolutely livid with the Renault crew after the last race of the season. They were 2 points ahead before the pit glitch. They were 2 points ahead in the Constructors' Championship here. So, Plaster's got the trying to close in on Alan Kay now. So Recon has pitted now, so this could be a fight to the death for the first place here between Recon and Sinclair, unless Bishy wants to join in the party here. Recon's gone for the Hypersofts again, so he's going 9 laps on the Hypersofts, to be fair. So this is the only battle we've got at the minute. Good evening to everyone that's joining the session. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. Maze, black flag. Siege has joined again. Is the race still going on, Maze? As in, because it's a bit, it's really rotten luck. If the results stay like this, it's going to be rotten luck for the Renault team, because it's a bit unfair for the guys who have had to pit when they get the pit glitch, especially on the drivers who are battling out for not only the drivers but also the constructors as well. Yellow flag set to 3 now. Martin says, well, Mace is absolutely livid with the Renault crew. To me now. Martin says, I would avoid the pits, lol. Oh, absolutely. I would take your advice on that one, but that's why I'm in the pit. Oh, can Recon try to get past? Oh, contact! Contact between Bishy and Recon. Contact between Bishy and Recon. There was contact between Bishy and Recon on lap 20 or 28. But still yellow flags on the pit stuff. So it's still from the Renault team, who are absolutely livid. Bishy's pitting. I wonder if Bishy retires, because if he does, this is going to be a massive disadvantage for the constructors. He does not want to retire at this late stage. Normally it's a 20 to 25 second pit stop, unless you're at Silverstone, which is about 30 seconds. Still watching this battle here with the Ferrari crew here at the minute, because I'm not sure. There's definitely no team orders here. These two are having a ding-dong battle here. So as things stand at the moment, if Badger gets ahead, is Badger close? No, he's not. He's quite a bit. I know it's 6. I thought the timing would have dropped then, but as things stand at the minute, Martin says 25-minute pit stop. Lol. It's definitely for the Renault crew tonight, Martin. To be fair, it's definitely 25 minutes, not 25 seconds. But like I said, the Renault team will be absolutely livid with their team tonight. The one chance that happens, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. And it's a shame, because I would have loved to have seen if the Renault team just hanged on for the constructors. I wasn't sure if Siege was going to try and catch up to Sinclair. I would have loved to have seen that battle between them two drivers at the top, but unfortunately now all Sinclair needs to do is just finish the race, and he's won the Drivers' Championship. Rico's got the fastest lap, so you have the A-Logo fastest lap award tonight with a 1:36.2, so that's a cracking time, to be fair. Recon's going to spoil the party here. Recon is absolutely going to spoil the party here, to be fair. But like I say, he's not going to spoil it too much, because he wants to try and get some points in. For third, but obviously he's not going to do it, because Honey Badger's moved up to 6th, and he's catching up quickly to Charlie in 5th. So for 6 points, for 6th place is 8 points. Plaster's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. He did not want that at all. Siege is trying to get back into the pits, because he really wants to get to those points in stuff as quickly as possible. So seeing what Plaster can do. This is the only closest battle. We're on lap 21-28 of the TTFL Racing League. The last race of the season at the glorious race of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix tonight. We've got two battles going on. We've got Charlie and Honey Badger. We've got Alan Kane, Plaster. Yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3 again now. I wonder if that's Siege trying to get back into the pit stuff as well. So Honey Badger, he's done a magnificent race. Started at right at the back and he's moved up to 6. Siege has left the session. Oh, a bit of contact there between Honey Badger and Charlie. Honey Badgers really want to try and get past here. It's like, I really want to see those fingers from the Shooting Stars of Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. If you haven't watched Shooting Stars, you need to watch it, guys. For the old crew, you know what I mean on that one. We really want to see those overtakes. We want to see those overtakes. What can Honey Badger do? Just try and get on to Charlie now for 5th place. If it stays, if Honey Badger get past Charlie, this will be a massive advantage here. Charlie, Mays has joined again, trying to get back into the pits. They're trying everything they can, the Renault team, to try and get out, but they won't do anything possible. But Honey Badger is struggling at the back of Charlie. He's going to try and get to the inside, sorry, the outside. What a move! What a move from Honey Badger. Brilliant move. Lap 22-28 of the TTFL Racing League itself. Yellow flag set to 3 again. Again, bounce back ability. Right, constructors time situation here. So, constructors situations. McLaren would have 22 points now. 189, 191. 191. Bishy's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It's not going to compromise too much because he's got a massive gap behind of normal Badger. The two Badgers, the normal and the Honey Badger, they did a cracking job for the McLaren team, especially Honey Badger, who just joined late at the qualifying and then moves to 5th. He's my driver of the day so far, but because of the amount of positions that he's moved up as well. But Sinclair, he's the overall driver of the day for me if he can hold on for 1st place, because he will guarantee, well, whatever happens in the first two places, he will guarantee to win the Drivers' Championship tonight. And he's done a magnificent drive. This will be his 5th win this season. Out of 11 races, he's won 5 of them. And at one point, he had 4 races in a row to team orders and McLaren. Yeah, could it be team orders? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But it didn't happen with the Ferrari team. It didn't happen with the Ferrari team, Martin, to be fair. It didn't happen with the Ferrari team. But can it happen with the McLaren team? Bear in mind, we've got 5 laps left. We've got 5 laps left of this race. He needs to catch up to Bishy, who's on 18 seconds. Bear in mind, Bishy got at least, I believe, 2 lots of penalties. I believe. I might be wrong, but I know he's guaranteed at least 1 lot of penalty just to try and get into 3rd. If he does, that'll be a fantastic drive for Honey Badger to get into podium as well. But that's a massive ask. It just depends on if is normal Badger. To be fair, normal Badger's on 12 laps of the Super Softs, and the guys on the Super Softs at the minute, they're trying to go all the way to the end. If it was me, I would let Honey Badger through for team orders, but would normal Badger... as I said, my bad. That's my writing scrapped off the wall. Just scrapped off the wall. Honey Badger moves up, so normal Badger just let his teammate Honey Badger through to 4th place. So this will be a frantic ending to get 3rd place. If it does, that'll be a massive. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. If, and I'm just saying this if, it's a massive ask. Sinclair's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This is interesting stuff. Can Recon try and close in on Sinclair with the last few laps? bear in mind, I'm talking about the constructors now. If Bishy drops down to 4th and Honey Badger moves up to 3rd, the Sauber team would have 37 points. So they would have 214. So that means the Renault team would win the constructors. So the Renault team will be absolutely rooted on. Oh, Bishy's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh my days. I reckon it'd be about a 9-second gap. Martin says, thought Badger was detouring to Blackpool, letting Badger through. He might have done. To be fair. Try and go into the pleasure beach, go on the rides and stuff, and then go back onto the racing track at Abu Dhabi. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But Honey Badger needs to pull so much laps now. I believe the gap will be 9 seconds now. I believe, between Bishy and Honey Badger. I might be wrong, but it could be 9 seconds. With 3 laps left, Honey Badger needs to pull 4 laps worth of quali laps now to stand any chance of ruining Sauber's situation here. Unless Bishy gets more penalties galore, this will be a frantic ending of the Constructors' Championship. The Renault team, Mays, if he's watching, he's be absolutely rooting for Honey Badger to try and close in on Bishy now for 3rd. Because at the moment, it's not going to happen. So Sauber would, and I say this obviously, would win the Constructors, and Sinclair would win the Drivers' Championship as it stands. Regarding the bottom half of the grid, Charlie would move up with 8 points, would have 34 points. Mace is still showing the black flag. He's still not happy with the Renault team, but he might be rooting for Honey Badger again. But at the moment, it's very much unlikely that Honey Badger would try and close in on Bishy now, unless Bishy makes so much mistakes left, right and centre. I doubt that very much, so probably a 10-second gap between himself and Honey Badger. I wish they had the penalty as well on here, so we know what the penalties have been added on top. Charlie's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He did not want that at all. Bishy is surely protecting Sinclair's Drivers' Championship by keeping Honey Badger back. Yeah, he would, to be fair. But Honey Badger's like 20-second gap. So whatever happens, you are right, Martin. Bishy is surely protecting Sinclair's Drivers' Championship by keeping Honey Badger back. But either way, Sinclair's got at least 1 penalty. I don't know if Recon had a penalty, I can't remember. But Bishy's got at least 2 to 3 penalties. Honey Badger as well may have a penalty. I know Normal Badger had a penalty as well. But like I said, it's a manic. But Recon, talk of the devil, I don't know if he had a penalty, but now he's guaranteed at least 1 penalty tonight. So the gap will stay as it is at the moment. But I'll tell you what, here's a question for you guys before we finish. We're on the penultimate lap now. Do you think Normal Badger would get past Honey Badger for 4th now, considering he can't catch up to Bishy? So what can... Pang has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Martin says, in this race, I wouldn't count anything out, to be fair. So it's like you don't want to risk it for a biscuit, but if you do, have a cup of tea, you know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But this has been an absolute belter of a race tonight, of a classic race tonight at the TTFL Racing League for the last race of the season. So much point situations going on here, but Charlie would definitely improve his points by up to 34 if it stays like this. Whereas Bishy, oh no, sorry, Bishy, I tell a lie, Bishy would be 41. So yeah, so he would move up to 8th. Alan Kay, 7th, 6 points, 32 points. So Alan Kay will be behind Charlie as it stands on the driver's standings there. And like I said, this is a frantic. So Sinclair will be on the final lap of this race. Madness stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you what, it's been an absolute pleasure watching this tonight, and I'm sure you guys have as well. But here we go. What can we see? Badger try and challenge his teammates with Honey Badger, but bear in mind Charlie's going to come up slowly, coming up behind. But yellow flag set to what? Pang is retired. Pang is retired from the session. What's happened? Yellow flag's there. Oh, he's crashed! Pang has crashed! Madness times here! Madness times here! Where's Sinclair? Sinclair's coming up to the second air straight now. Where's Badger? Badger's trying to close in on his teammate now. But fair play. Fair play to Sinclair, Recon. Absolutely brilliant times from those guys. Brilliant stuff. But where's Recon Sinclair? Sinclair's coming up to the final few corners now. While Charlie trying to do everything possible here to try and close in on Badger now, to ruin the McLaren's points here for the constructors. But can I just say a few moments of words here, guys, while the guys are still battling out. A massive, massive congratulations to Sinclair for not only fantastic racing throughout this season, but massive, massive congratulations for winning the Drivers' Championship. And also, if Bishy finishes third, he will finish the Constructors' Championship as well. So massive congratulations to Sinclair for finishing first and also winning the Drivers' Championship tonight. Massive congratulations. And Recon's doing the spin. And he's not finished the lap. What is it? What's Recon doing? He'll lose out. He might lose out here. Oh, he's teasing us. He was teasing us there. I was getting panicking there. I thought, Recon, what are you doing? For that donuts. Graham has got an unserved stop-go penalty. We've got a three-car battle here. Congratulations to the Sauber team, who has just won the Constructors' Championship. So what massive, massive congratulations to those guys. I am absolutely devastated, and I mean it now, devastated for the Renault team, because they did not want this pit glitch. If they were in fourth, I think they would have just got ahead of point situations, whatever happens with the top three. So it depends on see what happens here. But the two McLarens have just finished now. Boy, Honey Badger drops. Normal Badger's moved up to fourth because of penalty situations here. Charlie finishes sixth. Alan Kay will be the last one to finish tonight. The Special K finishing in 7th place. Massive, massive congratulations to Sinclair and the Sauber team of Bishy as well. Brilliant race as well. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely madness stuff. I'm surprised my throat didn't get killed during that race. I'm surprised with that, to be fair. But Bishy, his first ever podium in the league, so congratulations to him also. It feels like a triple celebration for the Sauber team tonight, and the drivers exclusively. Fair play to the drivers. Fair play to Recon. I thought Recon was going to spoil the party here of the Saubers, but no. But Sinclair is on a different planet tonight, a very different planet tonight, and fair play to him. Here are your race classification for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the TTFL Racing League. You've got Sinclair, the drivers' champion of the TTFL, in first place. You've got Recon in second, Bishy, who's the constructors' championship with Sinclair, in third place, Badger in fourth, Honey Badger in fifth, Charlie in sixth, Alan Kay in seventh, Plaster in eighth, Pang, DNF, Graham in 10th, Maze and Siege are going to be livid with Renaults with 11th and 12th, Maximus, Uzi, Trondus, Old Man Barry, they've all had a DNF also. So I'm just going to do the penalties so the stewards can have a look at, in case they do need to have a look at it. But brilliant drive, absolutely brilliant drive from those guys. Fantastic stuff. And I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna wait for a minute or two to see who shall stay, and who shall go. Aha, aha, ha, ha. But I'm just gonna wait and see if there's anyone else joining the party here. But I'll give it a minute or two. So, because some of the drivers may want to leave here. So I'll just invite the drivers in, and if they want to join, they can join in as well. But if you've got any questions for the guys that may join, um, send us your comments, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But I'm trying to invite the guys in, so bear with me a sec, guys. So Pang has just joined the session. I'm just inviting the guys in, Pang, so bear with me a sec, mate. Sorry. So Honey Badger. Plaster. It's going to be one massive party if we can get everyone in tonight. Oh, wrong one. I don't know if Bish is going to join us, but if he is, I'll invite him in if he wants to join, and probably send. So at the moment, Pang has joined us with the party stuff. Can you just make sure you got your allow voice to be shared, if you can, please, mate, on the party settings, if that's all right. And then we'll talk about your race, how you felt tonight.
I felt good. My quali was very good. P4
Yeah,
start was good.
they,
Yeah,
but your qualifying tonight, surely that was like one of your bestest ever qualifying situations tonight, to be fair, Pang. Your best one ever, would you say?
yeah, the best one.
Nice, nice. What? Tell us your thoughts of the race before you had that. In what? Like, actually, explain to us what happened in your terms with your race tonight, Pang.
Um, I got P P3 on the start, and then turn turn four, three. I slipped and went to the grass and rejoined the track on the last place. And
Oh,
then I had a battle with Maximus, and I damaged my wing hitting him.
oh, okay. I bet you was thinking, what else do I need to do to get rid of these silly bang moments on that one, like the Devery missing and stuff. But you had some good battles, I would say. I bet you want to do the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix again. Would you say for the racing stuff? Would you say?
Yeah, I didn't hear the question.
Oh, sorry. Would you like to try and do the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix again, just to without those? If you didn't have those incidents, would you have gone higher tonight with the places that you would have had? To be fair, would you have challenged for the top?
Yeah, maybe P4, P5, but not on the podium. It's too difficult.
Yeah, I
These
mean,
guys,
yeah, you never know. You never know on that one. But I, I felt bad for you because every race that you did, I've seen you did some great racing, and then all of a sudden it's like bang, and Silly Bang would not be happy with the Devery and everything like that happened there. But like you said, with two incidents there, if you stayed on, and I would agree that you would have stayed in fourth, probably top five, if you kept off with the incidents and stuff. But there was there was so much stuff that you could do on that one. But bear in mind, what are you going to return next season for TTFL? If it is on next season,
yeah, I'm returning.
nice one.
I'm I'm very glad that I'm driving here in this league.
Oh yeah, oh, nice one, nice one. I'll try and give you the best commentary as well to make it even better for you, mate, and for everyone in the TTFL Racing League as well. But who's been your best driver this season, or best driver that you've seen this season so far?
Best driver for me is Sinclair because I joined in this league Hockenheim
Thank
thing
you.
and sorry
No,
and
it's fine. I'm sorry.
and he won all races that I drive. He won all races. I don't know how it was before I joined in the league.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But can I just say, massive. Well, I wish it was a perfect ending on the racing results, but unfortunately, because of what happened with earlier on in the race as well. But I'm hoping next season you might do the best racing like you have been doing. I just wish there was no silly bang moments on that one. But I wish you all the very best, wherever happens, Pang, and with your driving next season. I can't wait for it. And thank you again, Pang, for that.
Thank you.
It's all
Thank
right.
you, mate.
No worries, no worries. Some of the drivers have just joined the session. Honey Badger and Bishy as well. So I'm going to go talk to Honey Badger first and then Bishy, if that's all right with you guys on that one. It's just whoever gets into the room first will be next. Honey Badger, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Of the circumstances, yeah.
Can I ask? That is one hell of a drive from you tonight. To be fair, considering you've not done the qualifying tonight. What happened? If you don't mind me, or if you don't mind me asking, was you late joining, or was you just? Because I just saw you late
No, no,
joining.
yeah, it's true. I got called into work, so I was only back at 9 or like at like 8. So I could only just make it, but like during qualifying.
Oh,
So I didn't have a setup as well. So because of Park Ferme. So yeah, that was
oh,
really shit. But I think it was a real nice race. I think P5 before.
yeah,
Um,
P5, mate.
yeah. So yeah, I didn't expect it.
But to be fair,
With a
mate,
stock setup, so.
well, I'm surprised that you just said to me and to the live studio, well, the live audience, to everyone here, that you've just come from from work, obviously, that's understandable, and you had no setup. So you've just banged a perfect setup out of nowhere.
No, no,
Uh,
you can't change the setup because of park filming.
oh,
I
okay,
can't load
sorry.
anything. I can't change anything apart from the front wing and the brake bias.
Oh, okay, my bad. I do apologise, guys. So, like I
That's
said,
okay.
it's just I thought you would have had the chance to at least change because you just came in late and stuff. But I'm useless at it. But again, did you expect the drive from your driving tonight? How did you do it? Tell us your tips. Or you're not going to say now on that one.
I don't really have tips. It was like learning, like relearning some parts of the track because with a stock setup, you absolutely can't touch like some curbs because it just completely throws you in the air. So yeah, it was quite fun. I had a, I had a couple of nice battles, and I even lost my front wing. Yeah, on
Yeah,
lap 3 or something.
yeah. I
So
saw
yeah,
that. I saw that honey badger, and I thought, is that going to compromise your great? I mean, you shot up from 16th to
I had a
8th.
real good start. Yeah.
Um, Are you Speedy Gonzalez behind the scenes by any chance? Or like, that quick? Well, passing 8 places within one go. I bet you was thinking, can I do another 8 places to beat Sinclair at the top? Because, um,
I would have never have been able to do that today.
n- uh, I think if you came at the start of the qualifying, would you have had the chance to battle it out with Sinclair at the top? Would you say?
If
If
I
you,
had my setup and the start of the qualifying, then yes, maybe. But he looked very quick today. So did Recon. So yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Bear in mind, Honey Badger. Like I said, that is one immense drive. For me, I've got two drive of the days for my personal preference. I can't pick one or the other. Like for yourself, for that massive from the from the back of the grid to fifth. That's a massive move, and then also obviously Sinclair for his drivers' championship and constructors, which I'll talk to Bishy in a minute about his celebrations. Well, double celebrations for him in a minute. But Honey Badger, just a few questions actually. Who's been your driver of the season that you thought of, and are you coming back next season if there is another season of TTFL?
If it stays on the same day and time, then yes, I will. And driver of the season, I don't know. Sinclair was really quick. I have to say that Recon, like joining later, he showed some really nice pace. But yeah, the driver of today was for me was my teammate. We got a really nice P4, so
Yeah,
yeah, he deserves that.
yeah. I tell you what, mate. I was trying to calculate all the point stuff, and my head was spinning with all the point stuff regarding the constructors, because
Yeah.
obviously Sauber and Bishy were first and third. If you had to call up with Bishy in third place, you would have stopped Sauber from winning the constructors and Renault to win the title by 1 point if you caught up with them. So it was like I don't know whether Honey Badger. I was saying it in the stream. I don't know whether Honey Badger would get there, get to Bishy or anything like that. But it was a massive task on that one. But whatever happens, Honey Badger, and ever since I started the commentary with you guys, you guys have been like magnificent drivers and fastest drivers I've seen. Anyway, regardless, whatever happens. But like I said, Honey Badger, whatever happens, your teammates, McLarens, have done a magnificent job, whatever happens. And I wish you all the very best of luck in your driving, wherever happens, whether it's TTF. I know there's a few more cups next week and the week after, but with TTFL regarding that, I'm sure it'll return, hopefully. But like I said, Honey Badger, it's been an honour and privilege to see you race, as well as Pang, as well as everyone else tonight. So well done, Honey Badger, for your fifth place. A brilliant drive from you tonight. Who's next in the grid? I have seen you, Recon. That's just joining the grid, so I will get to you in a minute. Bishy! Bishy!
Hello.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, yeah.
I bet... Well, it's a double celebration for you tonight, to be fair, because one, you've just confirmed the constructors with Sinclair,
Yeah.
so that's one nice celebration. And two, it's your first ever podium this season.
Yeah.
So tell us your thoughts, mate. What give us that excitement of from that F1 driver. You know, burst
Yeah.
out your excitement.
Well, pretty pleased to be honest. I wasn't really expecting to be on the podium, considering I started on the hypers, but I was quite surprised at how long they lasted and how I looked after them for the first. But yeah, and then obviously with what happened with Siege and they glitched in the pits because Siege was my main battle on the track for the race, but unfortunately he obviously got stuck in the pit, so I was mainly a bit lonely by myself and for P3 for the rest of the race and
Yeah,
brought it home.
yeah. I mean, you don't want that to happen in the situation what happened with the Renault guys. Did you? Would you have had a difficult time if the Renault boys did not have that pit glitch, shall we say?
Yeah, I would have thought so, definitely. Of course, as always, you want to have a battle with a driver. You don't want to obviously just win because something's happened to the other driver and doesn't make it exactly fair for what I've got. But yeah, it's just unfortunate for what's happened to Siege, really. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it happens sometimes.
you don't want that to happen on the last race, especially when you got like the constructors and the drivers' championship on the line as well.
Yeah.
So, but whatever happens, mate, you've just won the constructors' championship with, and it's just an absolute brilliant race. You did a magnificent drive, to be fair. You had a great start again, if I remembered it right. You had a great start, and then
No, my start wasn't that good. I had a bit of lag with when the lights went out, so I was a bit
oh,
behind
okay,
everybody with the
sorry,
lights.
sorry, mate. I'm trying to remember
That's all right.
who had the great start, and I thought you had the great start because That's why I remembered when you shot up to like a few of the places, and I thought you might have a good chance. But I do apologise, guys. I did watch the race, but there was so much battles going on left, right, and centre. You don't know which one to pick in the
No,
racing.
no.
Like I said, I thought you had a good start, so I do apologise on that one.
So,
But tell us your experience with TTFL. Are you going to return back, and who's been your driver of the season this season?
um, I should be definitely, hopefully, be coming back for this next season. If, like Honey Badger said at the time, and they stay the same, then I should be able to make it every week. So I should be here still, hopefully, with Sinclair as my teammate, hopefully. But if I had to vote driver of the day, then
Driver of the season, sorry. Driver of the season.
driver of the season. It's a tough one. I mean, Sinclair didn't have. I don't think he had the best start to the season, if I remember correctly. So I think either Sinclair or Honey Badger, because Honey Badger had quite a good start, or amazing start to the season, winning in Australia. So between those two, I'd say Sinclair or Honey Badger.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I think I joined on race 4, race 4, race 5, and Siege was way ahead of the driver stuff. And to see
Yeah,
Sinclair winning 4 races in a row, and then he's won his 5th one um, tonight. It's just a magnificent achievement. I mean, Honey Badger
definitely.
shotting off out of nowhere. So don't get me wrong, every driver has done a brilliant job this season, regardless, whatever happens. But I think you are right with the driver of the season stuff. It's too tough to call, but I'm putting
Yeah.
you lot under a lot more pressure than I am, to be honest. That's all I can say. But yeah, Bishy, you've driven your best ever race, your first ever podium of the league
Yeah.
stuff, and I wish you all the very best wherever happens. If you do return, please do. And hopefully you'll see some unbelievable moments, as the same with Honey Badger
Yeah.
and Hank as well. And I wish you all the very best with your driving, wherever happens next season or wherever you do it. So thank you very much, mate. Brilliant drive from you
No
tonight.
worries. No worries.
Uh,
Cheers.
um, just one more left to do, and then we'll call it. Do my final bits, and then we'll call it quits for the season. Recon, are you there?
I am, man. I
How
am.
you doing? You alright?
Um, no, I liked racing this track, but I'm not really proud of the end result. Like I said previous before the live stream, really wanted to win.
Yes.
But after seeing the pace Sinclair had in the race, his race pace was really good in his first stint. I couldn't keep up with my ultra softs when his tires were sliding off. I think if I had more knowledge of the track and his 50% race, that I could have done way better because I had way way less fuel. I had like plus 1 lap, and I couldn't really run with fuel that much.
Yeah.
So if I had like 3 laps plus, I could have really pushed the last few laps, and I couldn't because I had to save everything that I had.
Yeah.
So if I had a bit more knowledge of the strategy, I could have done better. But the raw pace Sinclair had this day was good. I had some fun. At the end, I did it. I picked up a penalty again, but Sinclair picked up a penalty also again. So we both have 6 seconds time penalties. But
Yeah.
I just thought,
Oh,
let's do
okay.
some donuts.
I,
And
I, my heart was in my mouth here, Recon, because I was thinking, you haven't crossed the line, and you try to do the donuts. No, what
nah,
do
I
you
was
do? That's why I was panicking,
no,
thinking you could have lost out, and I thought you got about 30-second gap there. I thought,
yeah,
yeah,
that's why. So
yeah,
I had nothing to win, nothing to lose. I just wanted to do some fun donuts.
yeah. I was just panicking, thinking, Recon. Did you know you're not crossed over the line yet? You're doing donuts, and someone could catch you. Bishy could catch up. Madness.
Yeah, so overall, congratulations to Sinclair. He had amazing pace all over the season. He was a bit unlucky here sometimes, but his raw pace was the best from all. I
Yeah,
had some good pace on some tracks, but overall he had the best place. I think personally.
Yeah.
So I
So
need to get better.
yeah. But don't get me wrong, Recon. From what I've seen since race 4, when I did the commentary with you guys, yes, you had some good pace from different tracks. I mean, Japan was the one where you just shot off everyone. You know what I mean? And you've just driven a brilliant drive out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and that's the Recon that I know. You know, from what I've seen from the racing that I saw.
And that's the best one I can be, but it's really hard to do that every race, and I have to improve and do that, and to be able to do that every race.
Yeah.
But thank you for having this respect for me.
It's all right,
Really
mate.
appreciate it.
It's all right. You just pay it on PayPal for me, mate. After the race, that'll be fantastic with the race.
No
But
problem, mate. Yeah.
I was going to ask actually, Recon, who's been your? Well, you can say 2 drivers if you want. Who's been your driver or drivers of the season? I know you said Sinclair will definitely be one of them, but is there another one that you
Yeah.
could add to that list that you thought that was your driver of the
Honey
season?
Badger. I
Honey
know
Badger.
Siege had a lot of points, so he was really consistent, but the pace was not like not disrespecting, or he's a quick driver, but his pace was not the best from I've run this season.
Yeah.
And Honey Badger had some really good pace, and he was just a bit unlucky here and there, but he made some mistakes that cost him sometimes, and that's
Yeah.
why Sinclair is the better driver this season for me, because he made less mistakes than him.
Definitely, definitely. But like I said, it's been a great season, wherever happens, for yourself and for everyone else. Are you going to return
Yes.
to TTFL if it is come back in a few weeks?
I might be. It's just about if I get the time or not. I just joined the TT F1 series, and that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's also costing me a lot of time, and it's a fast league.
Yeah,
And I have done really well there too. And just have to see where I can get the time, and if I have the time, I would like to race in the TTFL series. So if I have time,
yeah,
I will. Just
yeah,
have to see for a sec.
yeah. Fair dues, Recon. And I'll say this again. You, from what I've seen, like I said, with the guys from TT, like Maze and Alan Kay as well. When I spoke to you for the first time, Recon and Honey Badger, you two are like the Dutch bros, giving me respect. You know what I mean, as the commentator. Because I was nervous when I did the first race on my own. With you, well, I did it with Alan. Sorry, with Andy. Sorry, but it was just.
You've done a really good job, man, to commentate. Really, of
Um,
all the big races I've been in and the commentators, you've been the best. So you can get that on your CV.
oh, thanks, man.
You can pay me back in PayPal as well.
Yeah, there we go. Two for the price of one on that one, Recon. On that one.
No,
But
but really, you have done really well.
thank you very much,
Pers-
mate. I do appreciate that. I do try my hardest, wherever happens, but even though I make silly mistakes left, right, and centre, but I'm not perfect, wherever happens. So I'm trying to make it as funny as possible with the countdown part as well, with the qualifying, because it's always the edge of your seat, thinking, is anyone going to try and beat that time within that moment, especially crossing over the line. But whatever happens, I like to say thank you for all your racing, and same for all the drivers as well. And you've been a great drive from what I've seen, and I wish you all the very
Yeah,
best
some
wherever
good
happens.
overtakes this race.
There was some good overtakes wherever happens this season.
Also, I wanted to put out that I hit Bishy when I was on my fresh hypersubs,
Okay.
but I personally, yeah, you saw that I think on the stream. I hit Bishy a bit, but I just wanted to point out that I did the exact same thing on Siege, and he was on a quicker tires than he was at that moment, and I
Okay.
did the exact same move, but he just came across when I
Oh,
was
okay.
already braking, so I couldn't avoid him.
Okay.
I think he committed a bit less. I just wanted to put it out there, so maybe if he sees it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't want to crash him. I was really clean all the race, but he just he came across too early.
Oh,
Too late,
okay.
sorry. So
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't avoid anything.
Okay. Fair enough. That's mutual respect for that one, Recon. Fair play to you for that one. But like I said, um, it, we all know that you're a good driver anyway, Recon. So we're not saying that you're dirty or anything like that. Not like Dirty Leeds, you know what I mean, Dirty Leeds or anything like that as the football team on that one. But sorry to all Leeds fans. But yeah, like I said, Recon, it's just at the end of the day, as long as you're fair on track and you give respect, that's all that matters. And from what I've heard from you, Recon, and trying to be as, you know, you definitely honest as possible on there to Siege and to because there was a massive incident on the last corner. One of the guys just went off track and then stopped to try and get into the pits, but they got whacked to the back. I think it was Maximus who lost out pretty much. And I thought it was something similar to that one, but it was just a manic stuff. But if you watch the stream, you'll find out why I was a bit shocked with that bit anyway. But it was a bit weird because I think it was one of the Williams, I think, I might be wrong, but one of the Williams just went wide, made a mistake, went to try and get back into the pits, let one of the cars through, and because of that, he didn't realise there was another car behind, and he just he had to brake suddenly, but he had nowhere to go on that one, so it was a massive stuff anyway. But
Yeah, I didn't catch that personally. I was just busy on fighting Sinclair the whole race. Me and Sinclair were, not to be disrespectful, we were just
yeah,
miles out of everyone that race,
yeah,
so I was
yeah.
not really focusing behind, so I didn't catch the crash.
No, it's all right, mate. It was just I'm just explaining what happened on some of the corners and as well as some of the
Alright, man.
situations. But like I said, wherever happens, Recon, I wish you all the very best. Wherever happens, maybe I'll see
Thank you
you
very much, man.
next season or wherever happens. But I know there's some cups going on, which I'll explain in the final thoughts anyway. But you guys are more than welcome. Like I say, thank you again, Recon, for everything that you do. Pang, Recon, you're more than welcome to stay if you want to, or if you go shoot off, you go shoot off. But I'm just doing my final thoughts, and I'm going to shoot off for the season on that one. A brilliant drive from my final thoughts are my brilliant drive from Sinclair, who's not only made pole position he's always made it, got to the end and won his first. Well, I don't know if that's his first ever World Drivers' Championship, but if it was, that will be his first ever World Drivers' Championship. And it was an absolute controversy, shall we say, with the Renault team, because the Renault team just said, look, do not go out or anything like that, because they had the pit glitch. I, for one, was a bit. I was the one that was like really sorry for them, because I think it would have been I think the Renault team would have just got ahead of the Sauber team for the constructors. That's my thoughts. That would have happened if Siege or May stuck on with fourth or fifth respectively. But whatever happens, like I said, Recon did a fantastic drive, but he could not catch up with Sinclair. He was trying everything he could, but everything Recon did, he couldn't do anything about it. But he needed the win and hope Honey Badger, because could not make the qualifying due to work, obviously, but he did manage to get into the race just in time. And he got up to a respectable fifth. Considering he started 16th, he went up to 8th in a matter of 2 laps. It was just a brilliant start from him. So he needed that boost. But Recon was like, I really wanted that win. If Recon won that race and Honey Badger did not get any points, or probably less than 4 points, Recon would have moved up to 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. Hence that, I will try and explain what happened with the point stuff. Obviously, Sinclair won it with 25 points. Siege 0. Honey Badger got 5th, so he had 10 points. Recon got 2nd, so 18 points. Maze 0. Funky 0. Normal Badger got 4th, which is 12 points. Sorry about this, guys. I will try to do the actual point stuff for you guys. So, Sinclair got 176 points on his Drivers' Championship. Siege had 143, obviously. Honey Badger did 139, so he missed out by 4 points to move up to 2nd. Would have moved up as well. 126 points was Recon. Normal Badger did 52 points. Charlie, I think he had 6, which was 34 points. Bishy had 3rd, which is 15, so 41. So Bishy had 41 points. But like I said, I will try and go to the rest of them later on. But the majority of the drivers, like I said, congratulations to Sinclair for winning the Drivers' Championship and also the Constructors' Championship on this one. And well done to Bishi for a double celebration for the constructors, but also his first ever podium in this league as well. And I'd like to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone that's joined the session and watching the stream and doing it, making my life easier as possible. And like I said, it's been an honour and pleasure. Whatever happens, I wish everyone all the best of luck. As far as I know, I think there's going to be 2 lots of cups that they will be doing next week. I will try and get the standings up quickly. If you bear with me a sec, guys. If you bear with me a sec, I do apologise. I should have got this prepared. I did say this earlier on in the stream, but I will say this for the final time before we wrap up. So, if it decides to load, come on. So there'll be 2 lots of cups tonight. So 1 lot of cup next week, which is the Challenge Cup. The Challenge Cup will be based on it's a street race series, Baku, Monaco and Singapore. So there'll be 3 25% races with 1 shot quali for each. So that's the Challenge Cup next week. And then the following week, 2 weeks' time, will be the Classic Cup. So the Classic Cup will be a short quali and a 50% race in the Brawn BGP 001 around Australia. So I will be doing the commentary for those 2, but for the TTFL Racing League, this is the last of the season of that one. But I'm sure it'll be bounced back after the cups, and I'll be carrying on with the commentary, all being well. Touch wood. And always remember, always remember, stay classy. I'll see you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. It's been an honour and pleasure, whatever happens. But well done to Sinclair, well done to Bishi for the drivers and constructors for the Sauber team as well. Cheers for that, guys. And really massively unlucky for Siege and Maze as well for the Renault team as well, because it would not have happened anyway on that one. So I wish all drivers all the best of luck, whatever happens. See you later. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.